Alright guys, this is Gideon again. In this video, we will see what a quadratic equation and functions are. This tutorial covers what a quadratic equation is and how to solve a quadratic equation problem. So, what's a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is a polynomial equation with a degree 2. Degree 2 means, you can see here, the degree of this quadratic equation is the maximum or the greatest degree of the equation, that's 2 of x, that's 2, and it's written in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. What's a? A is the coefficient of x squared, and it's called whereas a should be less than different from 0. It should not be 0. If it's 0, it's going to be a linear equation. So a should not be 0. A should be always greater than 0, and it should be a, b, and c should be real numbers. And a is called the leading coefficient of the quadratic equation. B is the coefficient of the middle term. This is the middle term, and c is the constant term. That's what it's called. That's how it's called. So x represents the unknown variables. The graph of this function is a curve called a parabola. You can see this x squared plus bx plus c is an upward parabola where a is greater than 0, and x1 and x2 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Usually, sometimes they are represented with alpha and beta, sometimes with r1 and r2. Here they are represented with x1 and x2, and the graph cuts the x-axis on x1 and x2. The solution of this quadratic equation is where the graph cuts the x-axis. That's x1 and x2 are these the values of the graph where the graph cuts the x-axis. So the solution of the quadratic equation is given by the equation x1 and x2 are given by -1 minus b plus or minus, that means minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a, or minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac. So this is how you calculate the solution or the roots of the quadratic equation using quadratic formula. There are other methods, factorizing methods and completing square methods, but we are not going to see that right here. That is simple. The others are simples, so you can go ahead and check that way. The other thing is the sum of quadratic equation. The sum of quadratic equations is given by the formula. If let's say the roots of the quadratic equation be alpha and beta, then the sum of the quadratic equation is given by minus b over a. So when you add any quadratic equation, and if the quadratic equation have two distinct roots, a, alpha, and beta, then the sum of the quadratic equation becomes minus b over a. Whereas the product p of the quadratic equation solutions or roots, alpha and beta, is given by c over a. So we are going to use this property to solve our next given problem. This kind of problem usually comes in 12th grade exams, so take your time and try to solve this problem with me. So the problem statement says, let alpha and beta be two real roots of the quadratic equation 2x squared plus kx plus k minus 2 is equal to 0. Alpha and beta are the real roots of this quadratic equation. The given condition, what says the given condition? The roots of the two, the product of the two roots is 5 over 2. It's given that the product of the two roots is 5 over 2. Your task is find the value of k. Find the value. If the product of the two roots, that means alpha times beta is 5 over 2, then find the value of k. The other thing is find the sum of all x roots satisfying the equation. Sum of all x or roots satisfying the equation. So you need to find the sum of all roots the sum of all roots satisfying this equation, or the sum of all x's. So this is the problem. Let's go ahead and solve. Okay. The coefficients, compare our equation to standard forms. Look, the quadratic equation is given by the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. But our question is, the question given us 2x squared plus kx plus k minus 2 is equal to 0. So compare this. A is equal to what? 2. B is equal to k, because b is the coefficient of x, and a is the coefficient of x squared. Here the coefficient of x squared is 2, so a is equal to 2, and b is equal to k in this equation, and c is the constant term, which is k minus 2. You see, k minus 2 is c. You have to understand this. So the equation could be written like this. So what's the given? The given is, we are given that the product is I think, yeah, 5 over 2 is the product of the numbers. The roots of the product is the product is, we are given that the product p is equal to 5 over 2. So let's go ahead and solve together. You write the quadratic equation, x squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. A is different from 0. Then the equation given is 2x squared plus kx plus k minus 2 is equal to 0. Given that alpha and beta are the real roots of the quadratic equation, and if alpha times beta is equal to 5 over 2, find k, and also find the sum of all x's satisfying the equation. Okay, let me write the equation. Sorry. Okay. 2x squared plus kx plus k minus 2 is equal to 0, and alpha times beta is equal to 5 over 2. This is the given condition. Then find the value of k is equal to what, and sum of then alpha plus beta is equal to what. This is the question. So you know, alpha times beta is the product, p product, which is equal to alpha times, let me, one second. Product p, which is equal to alpha times beta is equal to, given by c over a. What's our c? Our c is equal to k minus 2, the constant term, over a is 2. So alpha times beta is 5 over 2. 5 over 2 is equal to k minus 2 over 2. Then cancel this 2 by 2, which implies k is equal to 7. So k is 7. Then what's the required? The other question is, find the sum of the roots. That's the sum of all x's, means the sum of the roots of the product. The sum of the roots of the quadratic equation alpha plus beta or s is equal to, given by minus b over a, which is equal to, what's minus b? Now in our case, b is 7, b is k, that's 7, so minus 7 over a is 2, so that is minus 3.5. The answer is minus 3.5, so or minus 7 over 2. So the sum of all x's which satisfies this equation is, this quadratic equation is, or if you have any, actually there are 2, but if you add both of them, you are going to get minus 3.5. But let me show you how this came first. The sum and product came first. If you don't want to understand remember all things, you can go ahead and see. look, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. The solution is given by the formula minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. So this means let's write the roots like this: minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac. The first root is over 2a, and the second root is minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. This is the second root. So add these two to determine the sum of the roots. When you add this plus cancels with this minus, so the sum becomes minus 2b over 2a. So this becomes minus b over a. So if you go ahead and work the product too, that's easy. Minus b plus, that means this, when you do the product, this is in the form of a minus b times a plus b. So the product of this kind of factor things, it becomes a square minus b square. This is how much easy. So this means the product becomes, let me show you the product, minus b square minus this square, that means b square minus 4ac, because it cancels the square root over the square of you get the denominator too, that is 4a square. So minus b square is minus 2. So let me show you here. Let me erase something here. In some area, yeah. So if you go here, second, here I go, minus b minus b square is, come here, minus b square minus 2b square minus 4 is 4ac, right, over 4a square, right? This minus b, no, yeah, this is plus, not minus. Yeah, this plus, so this cancels with this, because minus b square is plus b square, so this cancels with this one. So this is 0, not right. So 4ac over 4a square, so cancel a with a, 4 by 4, so that becomes c over a. Yeah, that's right. So see, this minus b square minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac times minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac is make minus b square. That's minus b square is plus b square. So plus b square minus b square is 0. So minus is 4ac over 4a square. That's c over. That's how product in sum becomes here. That's right. So that's all about today. Thank you for watching.